Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to show you how to make the perfect curry. Now the thing is, I'm going to turn the temperature down a little tiny bit because it's getting hot now. Right, we've got some ingredients here. We have some onions just right here. We have mushrooms, and then we have more like cucumbers, the courgettes, the little baby cucumbers. Anyway, we're gonna put some of this in here first, slowly. Just put about half of these onions in there so they start cooking. Just half, about there. Let those cook in there for a few minutes. This is one of my go chefs. I've only got one, but I bought this the other day, very cheap, from Homebase. Very cheap off Homebase. $69.99, and you can cook pretty much anything in it. So we're going to make a curry. If you're like me, who likes takeaways and have trouble buying takeaways on a Saturday, Sunday night because they're quite expensive, plus you've got to pay delivery also. Sometimes you get free delivery in them. Don't get me wrong, free delivery is good. But they can be unhealthy for you as well. That's the only thing. So we're going to soak all this up, because what we need to do is we need to soak all these onions. So I need to fry them up a little bit. So I'll put that up a little bit more. Just keep them fried up, because I like fried onions myself in curries. Just leave them there for a few minutes to fry it. Now what we're going to do is, because I normally put peppers in it as well, like red, green and yellow peppers, we're going to put some mushrooms in there now. Turn up a little bit the heat. I like mushrooms because mushrooms good for you, healthy as well, and they're sort of a fungus type thing, my friend told me, so learn something new every day. Right, I'll put that there. I love curries actually. Curries are like one of my fantastic foods of all time. Everyone loves a curry from time to time, and very hot ones. Very hot ones are nice. So just putting that in there. We'll put the rest of it in there. Put all that in there now. We'll put some of these in. These are the courgettes. Just fry this up. One's not there. There we go. Really sticking on the plate there. Alright, turn that down a little bit. Once it starts heating up, you want to turn it down just a little tab. I'll probably put it on about 120 Celsius. Alright. So I'm just gonna try to soak up most of the oil in it, because what we want is the oil to be pretty much dissolved, because we've got to add some water into it, so we need a little bit of oil in there just to give it a little bit of flavour. Right, now if you're like me as well, who likes corn and stuff, I like corn as well. Corn's actually quite good for you. It's got a bit of protein in it, which you need protein if you're a vegetarian like me. So we're going to get a couple of these in there. I should have half bag in there. So I'm making it for my mum as well, my brother, and that. Nice big massive. You can have it up to like probably 4 portions out of this. Now with curries, they take a while because they have to not sizzle in the pan, but just stimulate, pretty much. Turn up a little bit, so I need it to cook for a minute in there. Need it to go a bit brown, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it slow cook for a few hours. So I'll put about 250, well 40 for a minute, 240C. So it goes a bit brown and crispy, because I like the meat, well, it's not really meat, it's corn, but in like a shape of a meat type thing. I've been vegetarian since 2012, and I've only been cooking for the last few weeks and stuff, so I've just been watching videos and that, how to make curries and all that. Yeah, I've just been picking up a few tips. Right, I'm going to turn that down now, seems it's cooking. Right, like that. Right, going to need to drizzle some of this. It's called Madras. It's actually a paste, curry paste. It's, I think it's like an Indian type curry paste. This is where you get the flavours in it. And if you look on the thing there, it's got 5 peppers in it, so it means it's 5 times hot. So, and alright, I need to put this down for a sec, because I need to grab my like little ladle type thing. Right, almost done. Now we need to put water in there so it doesn't dry up. Right, I need a cup full of water in a minute, because basically I want the thing not to dry up. Right, put that in there, just like so. Just set the jar in there. Alright. So put my little chicken in there. So, alright. Now what we're going to do is stir it up a little bit. And because we've got the fat in there as well working together, I'm going to put a couple of water in there. Basically that makes it like the sauce, it gives it the saucy flavour. Alright. So I'll just put that in there a sec. Put that down to about 80C, because it's got a slow cook after all. And it's got a bubble as well, so put that there a sec, because I need to get some water. Yeah, you get 3 cups of water, you have to make up the sauce. Right, now what we need to do, because I put 3 cups of water in there. I need to turn up a little bit to 140. See, let me get the camera back on, guys. Sorry about the thing going up. I need to make it into like a bubbling type thing, so it's got to bubble for a little bit in there. I am going because this is like a sauce now, like a sort of a gravy, because you need the sort of a gravy, but need it thicker as well. So I'm going to where is it? It does get thicker in a way a little bit later because the steam helps it. I need some pepper. Yeah, put a little bit in there. Probably put a lot in there, but doesn't matter. Right, it's slowly bubbling. I just need it to steam for a minute. You can actually see how hot it's getting as well. As soon as it starts steaming up, it's I have to turn the temperature down now. I like my curry sauce and stuff like not thick and not really runny either. So it's I've got to keep it consistent. Turn up a little tiny bit so I can see it bubbling. And yeah, you can see all the flavours will be getting in there. I can actually smell it now because it's actually heating up. You can actually smell the heat coming off it. Just keep stirring it. And then I've got to leave it for a couple of hours, so I'm going to have to put it down to roughly probably 80°C to 100. Will be alright. But I do keep an eye on it as well, so if you keep an eye on it, you'll be fine. And I've got my chicken in there as well, cooking. It's not actually real chicken, it's actually, it says chicken pieces on it, but it's actually made out of corn, which is meat free basically. They use these for all sorts of stuff. Right, as you can see, it's turning browner. It's actually turning browner, so it should get thicker as it progresses. But as it's cooking in there, I'm going to turn it down to about 80 so it can slow cook, and I'll put a lid on top so it keeps all the flavours in. Should start heating up in a minute on the top, because basically this heats up. You can actually buy these really cheap as well. These are absolutely really a saint to buy. Very cheap to buy, $69.99. Not bad though. You can find these anywhere. And this ain't an advertisement video. I don't get paid for any of this. So just doing my own videos and that. But it is worth it and stuff. Alright, put that in the cupboard. Anyway, guys, cheers for watching. I hope you liked and enjoyed this video. Showing how to make curries. You can actually put less water in it and put more of the paste in. What I normally do is I put, say, a little bit of the paste in, and then add some more later just to thicken it up. Or you could buy a couple of them, because these are, was this like for 4 portions for 4 people? It's 1/4 of a jar. And it's actually recyclable as well. You should also recycle your bottles and glasses and stuff. Just make sure you wash them out when you're recycling them. And yeah, if you guys, kids out there, want to do a curry, make sure you get your parents' permission to use one. Make them use the knife, because this is for cutting up onions and all this kind of stuff. Just get your parents with you, so you're safe in that, in their hands, or get someone as an adult next to you to make it. Actually, let's have a look at that. Yeah, see how it's boiling up, so that'll take a couple of hours. I'm going to leave that for, normally I leave it to about 4 to 5 hours on slow cook, because that way it cooks and the longer you have it. And it's usually good if you leave it over a day as well, and just leave it in there for a whole day, but not leave it on. I'm going to leave the cooker on down here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have it on 80C, and I've got the timer off because I don't need a timer on there, because I need it to cook for as long as I can. But 4 to 5 hours should be sufficient to keep in there. And yeah, if you guys need any more tips on these sort of curries, if you're not a vegetarian, you could do the same process again, but with, say, your own proper chicken, meats or anything. Just add vegetables or something. It makes it healthier. Onions are good for you, actually. They're supposed to be really good for you, and they're healthy as well. So anyway, I'm going to put this back in the fridge, and I hope you guys liked it. If you do, follow my channel on YouTube, and yeah, you can also check out my Twitter, which I'll probably put at the bottom of the actual video in the comment section, my Twitter and that. If you guys want to go over, put some tweets over, say hi or anything, yeah, that's fine. And like, subscribe, follow if you do. Yeah, and all stay safe, guys. Cheers for watching.